Hi there, this is David, and welcome to another crowdsourced video detailing my Discord server's top 10 best JRPG cats. So far we've discussed all sorts of different job classes and ranked them together as a server. How this works is, the members of my server come together and they submit the characters that they think best fit the category. Then, we all voted them together, and the top 10 enter the video. So do please keep in mind that this is not necessarily my opinion, but instead, the opinion of the best Discord server around and those who submitted them. So join and become part of the fun as the series continues throughout the rest of the year. Number 10, submitted by Blackbox and receiving 29 votes, is Evan from Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom. Poor little Evan's story begins as his father passes and he awaits his coronation to become the next king of Ding Dong Dell. Unfortunately for him, a coup is set in motion and he has to flee for his life along with the mysterious stranger, Roland. While Evan begins as a shy, timid Grimalking, he quickly matures and vows to become a great king. With Ding Dong Dell in the hands of the conspirators, he instead decides to found a new kingdom, though he's woefully unprepared for the duties of the crown. But his determination to create a land of peace places him at the top of JRPG protagonists. As a powerful magic knight, he is just indispensable for rounding out the team. Number 9, submitted by the Party of Tea and receiving 30 votes, is Randolph from Fire Emblem. Randolph is one of the few Fire Emblem characters who's canonically queer, as he is an A-level support with his companion Ike. Hailing from the country of Gallia, where he works closely with the royal family, he possesses the heart of a carefree, loving guy, but he can also fight when needed. As a Lagos, he has the ability to change form from human to beast, or in this case a cat, and it should come as no surprise to anyone that he is far more powerful in his little kitty form. Unfortunately, the Lagos is a discriminated race, considered to be subhuman by the rest of humanity. So, whenever he runs across Ike and his band of mercenaries as they protect the princess of Crimea, Alencia, he decides to join up with him to fight for a fair world for all. Number 8, submitted by In My Straight Era and receiving 33 votes, is Miracle from Star Ocean 4. Well, look what the cat girl dragged in. The Felpool are the primary humanoid feline race on Roke, which is a major planet in the series. She, though, is a lesser Felpool, a subspecies that retain more of their feline features, as well as the ability to actually turn into a regular kitty cat. Curiosity didn't kill the cat, but it did displace her in space-time. It's heavily implied that she's the Roswell alien from the 1940s, but also the main character of her favorite storybook that's yet to be written during the game's events. She's positive to a fault, crafting all the party's accessories, and she's light and agile with her mechanical claws. With high strength and powerful critical strikes, she makes short work of all the enemies. Number 7, submitted by Bluey the Deathclaw and receiving 34 votes, is Meow from Shadow Hearts from the New World. Meow is Frank's old teacher and good friend, who's most notable for being a giant talking cat with a habit of heavy drinking. She tolerates little foolishness, especially from her former student, but she can be wise and compassionate when the moment calls for it. She has a secret desire to be a movie star, and she uses flasks of alcohol as her weapon of choice to fuel her drunken master style of fighting. With up to 4 hit areas on her judgment ring and a water element, she makes as a great attacker as well as a pretty sweet healer. She uses her ninjutsu to fight, but her alcohol to heal status ailments, turn enemies into coins, and revive her allies with sake. Number 6, submitted by TT Paradigm and receiving 37 votes, is Meow from Xenoblade Chronicles 3. As a soldier from Agnes on her final term before her homecoming, Meow is a gentle-hearted off-seer who somewhat struggles with the idea of her own mortality and the legacy that she's going to leave behind on the world once her time is up. She plays as kind of a parallel to Noah, also being an off-seer, as well as the leader of her own group. Her initial class, the Zephyr, is one of the best tank classes in the game, drawing in aggro from enemies and rarely taking damage due to her high evasion, somewhat similar to Dunban in Xenoblade 1. The difference being is her ability to constantly use her arts, as they're almost always off cooldown, and this cool cat leads the way for her team on and off the battlefield. Number 5, submitted by Nova Saver and receiving 41 votes, is Meow from Phantasy Star 1. Now here we have a character who may have been the first feline party member to ever grace an RPG. Meow was fighting alongside Odin to defeat Lassic before Alice even started her quest. But Odin got himself petrified and poor Meow got captured and sold on the black market. But whenever Alice trades a rare item for a rare animal, she gets her first traveling companion, a loyal little talking kitty who can use magic on the side. Meow can heal, disarm traps, protect the party, and even cause enemies to flee in terror, which is quite an accomplishment for one so fluffy and cute. And he's got a big surprise waiting if he ever gets to eat those nuts. Number 4, submitted by Parazophilus Z and receiving 42 votes, is Nia from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Nia is a Gormodi, a cat person from the Titan Gormott, with very expressive ears and crouched poses whenever she's surprised. This sassy Welsh cat girl always has a snippy remark and is quick to criticize whenever other falls short. But beneath all that, she really cares for her friends and she wants what's best for them. This fits her role as a healer well, as she functions as the best curer in the party for most of the game, and while at the start she's a member of Torna, which is a known terrorist organization, once she sees them turning on their own allies, she quickly turns tail and leaves herself. She values her found family more than anything else, and the casual ease with which she trades quips shows how much she really cares for them deep down. Number 3, submitted by Professor Olsen and receiving 52 votes, is Null from Lunar Silver Star Story Complete. Yeah, it's true that the winged cats of Lunar are actually dragons, but they do spend the majority of the time in their feline forms, complete with cat behaviors and a love of fish. While not playable characters, Null is an indispensable ally, providing advice, snark, and acting as the pack mule, as well as even helping out a little bit in battle, because there, he can bring back fallen party members back to life, which is an ability that remains useful throughout the entire game, unlike his counterpart Ruby in the second game. What is clear though, is that this little dragon kitty shares a deep bond with his friends, especially with Alex and Luna, and his love-hate relationship with that Twinkie boy Nash. It's so abundantly clear that having him along for the ride is not only fun, but also completely necessary. Number 2, submitted by Ace Trainer AJ and receiving 56 votes, is Kat from Breath of Fire 2. A very feisty Warren and one of Ryu's potential love interests, Ryu meets up with Kat in the Colosseum before she attempts to, kick his ass in battle. But after Ryu saves her from imminent death, she joins him simply because she loves beating bitches up. In battle, she is one of the strongest and fastest Per-T members, using her battle staff to smack her enemies around really hard, and she's able to counterattack as well. However, her HP and stamina are pretty low, so do use her abilities sparingly. Outside of battle, Kat can hunt like Bo. However, unlike that doggy sharpshooter, she has to stay up close and personal to the animals and whack them into submission, making hunting just a breeze. Number 1, submitted by Raffi and receiving 67 votes, is Kamari from Final Fantasy X. Even though he's taller and stronger than Yuna's other guardians, Kamari's actually quite small for a Ronso. Picked on and bullied as a child, he couldn't beat up the stronger Ronso, but he did try, and because of that, Biran, the strongest of the bunch, ended up shattering his horn for revenge. Out of shame, he fled the Ronso tribe, and in turn met Orin, who tasked him with protecting Yuna on her pilgrimage. Fighting with a lance and piercing defenses, he is a jack of all trades, able to go down just about any path that he wants to on the sphere grid, as well as having the ability to access Dragoon-type abilities and blue magic, where he can copy the abilities of enemies, which, like in most games where blue magic is featured, is ridiculously powerful. So, that's it for the top 10 best JRPG kitties, as decided by my Discord server. We do have quite a few more honorable mentions though, such as Hero from Cat Quest, Eugene from Tales of Rebirth, Nalcol from the Suikoden series, Nikki from Manichemia, No Legs from Epic Battle Fantasy V, Zhao from Dark Cloud, Sheena from Fuga Melodies of Steel, Josie from Luminous Arc 2, Rutal from Disgaea 4, and Tigerman from Lisa the Painful. Who are your favorite kitties and why? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to take part in future class ranking videos, come on over and join the Discord channel to make your voice be heard too. And as always, if you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a good day.